welcome to my channel. Let's play with code. From today, we are starting our OpenCV series. We will be learning all about OpenCV from beginners level to advanced level. So, first, we need to know what is OpenCV. OpenCV is a library. OpenCV is a computer vision library which is used to perform functions mainly like real-time computer visions. It is, in simple word, if I say, OpenCV is a library developed to work with images, videos. OpenCV is used to manipulate the images, like to increase the brightness, decrease the brightness, and crop the images, and real-time face recognitions. And all. Let's see what is the history of OpenCV. So OpenCV was developed in 1999 by Intel Research, and it is used by other programming languages also, as well as Python, Java, and MATLAB, Octave, etc. And in this OpenCV series, we are going to use OpenCV with the help of Python, which means we need to be good at Python, and I will make you good at OpenCV as well. Before getting started with OpenCV, what are the prior knowledge that we need to have so that we can work very nicely and precisely with OpenCV? We need to have prior knowledge of NumPy library and NumPy array. What is NumPy library? Is a Python library which helps us to create NumPy arrays. Why we need to have knowledge about NumPy array before working with OpenCV is because when OpenCV reads an image or video, it converts that image into NumPy array, and the D type and the data type of the NumPy array is uint8, which means the value of NumPy array ranges from 0 to 255. Means the value of NumPy array ranges from 0 to 255. I will give you some introduction to NumPy as we get started with OpenCV. To get started with OpenCV, we need to install the OpenCV into our system by using pip install OpenCV Python. Why Python? As I told you, OpenCV works with various languages, but in this series we are getting started with OpenCV using Python. So we are going to install only the Python version of the OpenCV. So here we will write pip install all OpenCV Python. As you can see, I have already installed the OpenCV, and therefore it says requirements already satisfied. Now, the important thing that we need to work with OpenCV is the IDE. IDE is a software where we write our code and we execute our code. There are various IDEs like Visual Code, the most popular one, and Jupyter Notebook. In this series, we are going to use Jupyter Notebook, and therefore let's open our Jupyter Notebook. If you don't have Jupyter Notebook, you can use other IDEs as well. If you want to use Jupyter Notebook, you can simply download it using the official website of Jupyter Notebook, that is Jupyter Notebook. Anyway, from here you can simply download the Jupyter Notebook and you can use it. Now let's create a file. Let's create a new folder for you all guys. Let's see OpenCV, maybe YouTube, and this will be our OpenCV YouTube. And here, and in this folder, we've created our first file, which we will name it as lecture 1. Okay. Now to work with OpenCV, we need to import OpenCV into our file, into our lecture 1 file. To import the OpenCV file, we use import cv2, and as I told you, we need to also include the NumPy library as well, as because the images that is converted by OpenCV is in NumPy array. Therefore, we'll write import NumPy as p. Now let's get started with OpenCV. So the first thing that we do in OpenCV is importing an image. To import an image, we have a method in OpenCV that is cv2.imread. Okay, this method is used to read any images of any format like JPG, PNG. Okay, it will read all these formats of images and convert it into NumPy arrays. Now, what we pass in this image is nothing but the path of the image. Now, this is the path from where you are importing your image, and I will just simply pass here. Now, as you can see, it is having a backward slash. Okay, it is having a backward slash. So this is not legal in Python. So to overcome this, we'll simply write here R. We run this and see the shape of img.shape. Okay, then you can see it is giving this image looks something like this. Okay, it has either blue channel, red channel, and the last is a green channel. This is B, this is R, G, and this is R. So the important part of OpenCV reads the images using cv2.imread, and the images that OpenCV reads is always in the form of BGR, which means the first channel of the array is representing the intensity 2, the middle channel is representing the intensity of green color, and the last channel is representing the intensity of red color. Here we have one more parameter known as either 0 or 1. Whenever by default the value will remain 1, which means when we write 1, it means it is saying that the image that I will read will be in the form of BGR. Okay, see, if I run it again, there will be no changes. But as I put 0 here, this will now convert the images into grayscale. Now, what is grayscale? Grayscale is a color space which has only one channel. Okay, as you knew, BGR has 3 channels. Okay, and every channel ranges from 0 to 255. But grayscale has only one channel. Okay, and it ranges from 0 to 255. Here in grayscale, 0 means complete black. 0 means complete black. 0 means complete black, and 255 means complete white. Okay, so here we will have grayscale. We will get the sets of black and we will get the sets of white. We cannot visualize here the other colors like grayscale has only one channel and it ranges from 0 to 255. Here 0 means black and 255 means complete white, and between the 0 and 25 we will get the sets of black and white. And when we write 0 and we know that the grayscale is the only one channel color space, the shape of the image will change in one color. Now you see it has 6 1 600 and 206 color. That's it. But if you write 1, and it will change into BGR, where it has blue channel, it has green channel, and it has red channel. So by this you know how to convert a single image into colorful image as well as grayscale image. It's just a one number change and you can simply change a colorful image into a grayscale image. And by default the images are always read into BGR. Now here we have already displayed the image into an array. Now how to display this? How to display this image? To display this image, and OpenCV has a method known as cv2.imshow. Here, what is cv2.imshow does? cv2.imshow opens a window. Okay, cv2.imshow opens a window like this. It will open a window. Here it will have the window name, and all these places will fill with your image. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to give the window name. So to do so, we'll simply here write whatever window we want. So let's see, we'll write first image. Okay, and what is the image whether we're going to display? It is img. There's one more thing that we need to add here is cv2 dot destroy all with these do. cv2 dot destroy window is also a OpenCV method which is used to destroy the window. This is the window which OpenCV will create. Okay, this is the window which OpenCV will create. But as we have done visualizing the image, this will simply destroy all the windows that is created by IMSO. Be careful. CV2 destroy all windows does not destroy any kinds of window. It only destroys the window or closes the window that has been created using IMSO. CV2.IMSO. Now, if you run it, are you able to see anything? No. Why? Let me tell you. This is because the computer is fast. So to see the images clearly, we need to use one more method of CV2, that is wait key. Actually, what it does is wait key makes it wait until the user wants it to close. Okay, here the zero means the window created by CV2 but IMSO will be open till the time the user press any kind of buttons. Okay, we will press any kinds of button. So let's see if run here. This is the image that we imported. Okay, it is too big, with is small. I will tell you about this function later, but for now just let me use it. cv2 dot resize 1mg trickle. Okay, see. Now here, let me explain you one more time what is happening. So first we get the path of the image in cv2.img, which it has converted into a NumPy array b g. Okay, and since the size was too big, it was not fitting in my screen, so I have used another method of cv2 that is called resize, and we have resized it into 600, 600. Yes, 600 is the height and 600 is the width. And cv2 IMSO is creating this window. As you can see, this window is being created using in cv2 IMSO, and this is the nickname which we gave here, cv2 IMSO. First, this is the NumPy array image, and it is showing here. Now, why it is not closing like it was getting closed before? Because we have used cv2.waitKey 0, which means it will keep the window open until we press any button on our keyboard. As I press Q, it gets closed. Okay, as you can see. Now, what about if I don't give any number? Okay, if I don't give any number, it will again work same as 0. So giving 0 in cv2.waitKey and giving no parameter in cv2.waitKey is same. And what is the different working of cv2.waitKey is giving any number. Like if we give in like 1000, what does this mean? That the window created by cv2.imso will be open for 1000 nanoseconds. There's one more function that OpenCV does is whatever key that we press, it gets stored here. Okay, and if I print whatever key that we press, it takes the key and returns it. Okay, so it returns the key that we press. Like if I press Q, it returns 113. Now what is 113? Here 113 is nothing but the ASCII value of small q. Okay, to check whether it is what I'm saying right or not, you can simply use chr of key. So it will give you a press again, as you can see, q. So here we have learned that Here we have learned how to import an image into OpenCV. To import it, we use cv2.im, right, where we keep the path of the image, and to import the image in colorful, we can give a parameter as 1, or we can simply leave it, because by default it takes 1. To resize the image, and we use a method of OpenCV, that is cv2.resize, and to show the image we use cv2.imshow, which opens a window, and we give a window name. It is very important to give the window name. If you don't give the window name, it will show an error that the window is. So if I don't give any window name, you will see error. But we cannot skip this part. We need to give the window name in I'm sure. Second, and after that we have cv2.waitKey. Have two types parameter. First is 0. 0 means if the window will open for the time until user presses any key. Second is any value other than 0 will be the timing, how much you want it to be open for. Like if I type for 1000, it will say I will keep the window open for 1000 nanoseconds. If I press 5000, it will say I will keep the window open for 5000 nanoseconds, and so on. Third is cv2.destroy all windows. What it does, when we have done visualization of the image, we want the resources to be kept free. Here we have one more parameter that is called as 0. It is used to convert the image into gray scale. Let's run our code. Voila. This is what we get. Okay, we are getting only the intensity of white and black. Thank you for watching.